So guys, welcome. Today's video we're going to be talking about sex, sexual energy, and how to master it. A lot of people don't want to talk about this subject because it's very out there. It's very just random, whatever. But this is what makes us human, and it's what gives us life and this experience. We can't run away from it. We can only embrace and accept it and realize that it's there and choose whether or not we want to emphasize on that part of our lives or leave it to other people to do that for us. But if you are not, if you this video is mainly for the mature, of course. Obviously, those who are seeking knowledge about sex and sexual energy are welcomed. But if you are not ready for this video, if you are going to spread judgment or you are going to try to limit people based off of your perception, I suggest that you do your own research first. Ask your spirit team for guidance, and come back to this video when you're called to. I love you. But if you are not ready, please click off the video. So, to continue now. How should I begin? Well, I should pretty much explain the surface level of what sexual energy is. Sexual energy is, at the end of the day, different for all people, especially since we embody both masculine and feminine energies. The masculine energy inserts it directs, it goes out. The feminine energy goes inward. It transforms. It heals. The masculine energy creates. What I realize is that with a lot of based off of the knowledge I've done, based off of the research I've done and the knowledge I've gained and my own experience, because I am a male in this 3D dimension in this lifetime. I came down as a male to experience this life. So I can say that for the male orgasm, on average, it's like a volcano if it's not directed properly. For a female orgasm, based off of my research and other people's perspective, other females that I've talked to or that I've heard through YouTube videos, it's more of a inward orgasm. Like it's more healing. It's more it goes in instead of goes out. And I think this is just like common knowledge, I guess, because like when a heterosexual couple is having sex, even if it's not a heterosexual couple, one person needs to do the insertion, one person needs to be doing the receiving. So it's just whatever energy you're in more, you're gonna have that type of orgasm per se. But it's not always the case. So now to get to the, I guess, middle of this video, the middle of this sandwich or whatever, the first thing you need to know about mastering your sexual energy is that once you see someone in person or in your mind that you find physically attractive, that energy starts off obviously in your sacral chakra. Sometimes it's in your heart. Sometimes it starts in your heart. Sometimes in your mind, but it's very rare. Usually it starts from your sacral chakra because that's where we are right now. We are more in the 3D realm, which is nothing wrong with that. Once it starts there, you want to feel it. You don't want to avoid it. That's the thing. A lot of people have been taught to avoid their sacred energy, their sexual energy. It's sacred for a reason. You you really are the only person who has unlimited access to that anytime you want, and can only and you have the nobody has the right to just go into that. That's why a lot of people, surprisingly, still in 2020, a lot of people aren't really well educated on sex and sexual energy. I still have a lot to learn. Um, I haven't had sex before in my life, so I wouldn't really know much about that. But uh, getting personal. But so when it starts off in your sacral chakra, you want to in visual in visualize it inside of your, whether in your heart, your lower area, or your mind space, as a flame or as something that makes you feel passionate. You can do this as an imagination process, or you can literally just sit with the feeling and let it flow up to your heart space, because naturally it will, no, unless obviously something is blocking that energy from going up. That's when you may want to do shadow work, but usually regardless it will work, unless it's seriously blocked. But anywho, um once it reaches up, once you feel that heat, wherever that heat is pulsating, which is usually starts from your sacral chakra, you want to visualize the person and visualize you doing something, speaking, no, visualize you speaking to that person as if you were having a conversation that you never had with anybody else before. This is the whole purpose of sacral chakra energy. It's sacred. So it's something that only a specific energy can access, only a specific person or people can access. Once you get to that point where you can trust, it immediately goes up into your heart, because trust is connected to the heart. It Now, since when the energy goes up there, you're gonna feel like this little heat. You're gonna feel like this little pressure on your chest. It may be pressure, light pressure. It's gonna be some sort of you're gonna feel it. Uh, Pardon me. Excuse me. But once you get that feeling, uh, it's gonna feel like I'm now getting a message, but um yeah. But once you uh get that energy in your heart chakra, you're gonna start to feel heat. What you want to do from here is that now you want to get a little more. This is gonna be so random. This is a random. This is gonna be a random video. Um, but hey, you get to see all of me. No hiding at all. LOL. um, okay. Once you get to that point, you want to experience getting intimate. And in a way, this is me really getting intimate with you guys, because I'm trusting myself more. I'm not trusting myself more. I'm trusting, well, yeah, myself and you guys, this community that we have here, as a safe place to spread knowledge. But I'm rambling, but it's needed for somebody out there. And the message, just to get back to the message that I was kind of receiving, when I was burping, that was just a sign, a signal that I got from other people that usually your throat chakra is opening. That's basically it. But I didn't want you guys to just hold on to that and be like, what you was thinking before. But anywho, um, after you reach that point where your heart is feeling that sensation, you're gonna want to visualize you getting a little more intimate with this person. Um, Obviously, physically intimate. You don't have to make it extremely intimate, but at the end of the day, it's your imagination. No one's really gonna barge into it. It's like it's your sacred space. So, as the more you get into it, your mind is gonna start to feel. Uh, I can. How can I explain this? It's like when you have an orgasm, but it's not intentional. You're not actually doing anything to cause it. I guess this is what you would call a Kundalini awakening, when you're like when everything is just all cool, and all of a sudden it's like this heat arises in your body, and it just takes you off guard. It's not like that per se, but it can be. That it what I'm talking about, what I'm teaching you in this video is probably gonna trigger it, but it's not gonna be a bad thing. At the end of the day, it's all for your higher good. If you're guided, if you were guided to this video, then it was meant to happen. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with you, most of all. Uh, Forgot what I was gonna say. But this is what you get, raw and uncut. So, um, but so far that's how I. That's so far what I'm getting to tell you guys on how to master your sexual energy. Um, there's something else I was gonna say too, but if anything, I'll remember it. But I think I do. Yeah. Don't don't rush into it either. Like, don't force it. Like, sometimes when we find someone who we're attracted to, or we see someone who we're attracted to, we go off of instinct, or we react to it too quickly. We have to control our reaction. That's part of mastering our sexual energy. There's nothing wrong with releasing it. There's nothing wrong with using it. It's your sexual energy. It's your sacred energy. Nobody can tell you what the hell to do with that. It's your sacred energy. Don't let anybody tell you what to do with that. If you are a man and you have sexual energy, um, obviously listen to your body, because eventually you are in this 3D body, and you're gonna wanna chill out a little bit. If you're female, you have a 3D body as well. You're gonna wanna chill out a little bit. So just listen to your body, but don't let anybody else tell you what to do with your sexual energy. Because at the end of the day, uh, just like just like ice cream, colors to a spectrum, textures, people are different textures, flavors, and they hold different sexual vibrations within them. So it's not going to be the same for everybody. Everybody's impulse, everybody's strengths and weaknesses are going to be different when it comes to sexual energy. Um, this is also when it comes to focusing. Okay, I don't want to make this video too long, but when you're focusing on when you're actually having an orgasm, uh, you can do this before or while you're having an orgasm, even after. The energy is gonna still sort of be there, but you're gonna preferably want to do it before or during the orgasm. When or the when you get your sexual energy. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Sorry, guys. Yeah. So to get back on topic, um, when you are having an orgasm, you want to get. You can either get an object. You can get a glass of water, bottle of water, but preferably glass, and hold it to your heart space. And when you orgasm, hold the intention of it, um, the energy, sexual energy going through to your heart, to that object or to that bottle of water or glass water bottle or whatever, and let it infuse it with the sexual energy, and then either wear that same item or drink the water to, you know, bring it back into yourself. Even though you don't have to do that, you can do it naturally. If you're a male, you can do it naturally. I can do another video on that, but I would rather feel called to do it. You, I don't want to make this video too long. Yeah. So, but that's the thing with sexual energy is that when you release it, and that's why it's important to get to the heart space connection first, or eventually, um, once you have the once you release your sexual energy, you don't have that same attraction to that person who you found attractive before. It's like it came to your mind, and once you release it, it's like they're still beautiful, still sexy, but I'm not feeling that drive anymore. And usually, the reason why you're not feeling that drive anymore is because the connection was never really made. There was no bridge that was connected. So, if you go to the heart space, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna last longer. The the um, the manifestation, the attention going there is gonna last longer than if you just throw it in the direction of that person, or you just use it, use that person as a as just a point of bliss, like a coping mechanism, just to, you know, get endorphins, or, you know, just to feel happy. Yeah, but basically that was the gist of this video. Probably rambled a lot, but the messages were needed for the people who came across this, and I hope you have a wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a beautiful day. Peace.